The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
A very pleasant good morning, racing fans, and welcome here to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. The 3-year-old season to this point has been unpredictable, to say the least. We'll start the program down in Florida. Gulfstream Park, the Grade 1 Florida Derby. Would order be restored? We'll see in just a minute. Our local coverage, the big banquet, to announce the 2018 Pennsylvania Horse of the Year. We'll have that announcement with all the other winners throughout the show. We'll also have coverage of the Dubai World Cup and also big health fair coming up in the backstretch. We caught up with Amanda Kate Lenzi to talk about that in just a little bit. Hi, everybody. Keith Jones down the beautiful first floor here at Parks Racing. My racing and basketball buddy, Dick Girardi. And Dick, this weekend, it started just a couple of days ago, but the big Keeneland meet is underway.
It does, and our man Bruce is down there, and horses from Parks are going in the Bluegrass. Lucky Lee, John Service, and Jaywalk will be in the Ashland. She tries to rebound from that start that we just couldn't figure out what was going on in the Devona Dale, and John Service will be front and center with both.
Dick, the last time we saw Jaywalk, a disappointing 3-year-old debut, and Lucky Lee kind of spun his wheels up at Aqueduct.
Missed the break and kind of was just totally out of his comfort zone in that race.
Well, here's more with John down at Keeneland.
She's had 2 good solid works, and she's coming into the Ashland really good. We got her up there early because, you know, when we went there, quite frankly, we went there with Catherine Sophia. As soon as we got there, within a week, she really seemed to start blossoming. So we thought it was a good idea to get up there early and get the jump on everybody. So we shipped up, before the 1st of April.
You'll also have Lucky Lee in the Bluegrass. Tell us about him.
Well, his race in the Withers wasn't a good race. He came out of the race with some issues that we had to address. We got him back on track. His first work wasn't great, so we were going to take our time and see how shaped up. He came back and worked really, really good. So we thought we'd point for the Lexington later in the meet, and then Sunday he worked with Jaywalk, and he worked what I thought was outstanding. So I think we're going to take a shot at the Bluegrass and see if he's a pretender or a contender.
I think, of course, the Ashland Stakes, the Bluegrass Stakes, just part of all of the great simulcasting over the weekend right here at Parks.
Right, you can bet them here. You can pull out your phone. You can get on the app. You can the new phone bet app or however you want. But get involved because these are races with local connections. And Lucky Lee's going to be a price. Jaywalk, I'm sure, will go favored again, but a huge race for Jaywalk. She's got to come back to what we saw as a 2-year-old.
Dick, let's get to our racing coverage. We're going to start, of course, at Gulfstream Park with the Grade 1 Florida Derby. Not only $1 million purse here, 9 furlongs, but big-time importance with these Derby points because some of these horses that you would say are maybe contenders need points.
Yes, that's what these final races are about. These are the 100-point races.
Dick, the favorite starts on the inside now. Number 1, Hidden Scroll. Of course, trainer Bill Mott. He goes off at a price of 9-5. And after that huge debut in the slop, he got hounded by about a 1,000,000-to-1 shot in the Fountain of Youth.
Thought he ran brilliantly in the Fountain of Youth under the circumstances. The issue is how much did that take out of him? And what will they decide strategically to do now that they have, in my opinion, the very advantageous one post for a horse with this kind of speed?
Second choice, number 4, Bourbon War, who goes off at 5-2 for trainer Mark Hennig. Closed well to finish a good second in the Fountain of Youth. Dick, it looks like Irad Ortiz had a choice here between Maximum Security and Bourbon War, and he chose Bourbon War.
Yeah, he chose Bourbon War, and I get it. I mean, he finished second in a graded stake. I mean, you could have claimed Maximum Security for $16,000 back in December. He's winning races by huge margins, but yeah, a little bit of a gamble. Mark Hennig does not have a whole lot of really super top class horses. Jason Service, who has Maximum Security, just happens to be the hottest trainer on the planet right now.
Well, Bourbon War is the son of Tappet, so maybe the farther he goes, the better he gets. But let's go to Gulfstream Park. Here's the Florida Derby.
And they're off in the ExpressBet.com Florida Derby. From the center, Maximum Security with an alert beginning, and he goes looking for a clear advantage. He's dropped over to the inside with Bodie Express on his outside. Wide to the first turn was Garter and Ty, and then Hidden Scroll. The favorite is settled down third. Up into fourth is Union's Destiny. followed fifth at the rail by Everfast, and Hard Bell is between horses. That is the Fountain of Youth winner, Code of Honor. He settled in about 6 lengths off the lead for Johnny B. Bourbon War has taken hold of the bit down toward the inside, while third last, Harvey Wallbanger is second last, and trailing the field is Current, but it looks to be a controlled early pace. The opening quarter indeed controlled, 24 seconds flat, as the undefeated Maximum Security has the lead. Bodie Express is there second. Javier Castellano and the favorite Hidden Scroll have settled third at the inside. Union's Destiny follows along in fourth, followed fifth by Garter and Ty. Then at the rail goes Everfast. Working between horses is Code of Honor. He's 3 wide with company from Hard Bell. Then it's a 2-length margin to Bourbon War. Current's out of last, and the trailer is Harvey Wallbanger, and there's less than half a mile to go in the Florida Derby. Maximum Security's been in front from the outset. He went 48-4 for a casual half mile. Bodie Express is there second. Castellano yet to move on Hidden Scroll, making a decision about where he wants to go. Code of Honor is scrubbed on. He's not gaining much ground. Union's Destiny is called it a day. Garter and Ty is wide. Widest of all is Bourbon War, but he's commencing a rally. Meanwhile, up front, they left Maximum Security alone, and Maximum Security cuts the corner and opens up. Maximum Security, less than a quarter of a mile to go, and he's 6 on top. Second is Bodie Express. He's running a huge race down at the inside in Code of Honor. Hidden Scroll at a 1-pace. Bourbon War on the outside, but Maximum Security proves he's the real deal.
Well, Dick, in the open of the race, you mentioned Maximum Security.
Yes.
Jason Service. Now, he was unbeaten coming in, but untested. He'd never been farther than 7 furlongs. Jockey Louis Saez Simpson right to the front, sets comfortable fraction, and he is going. Wins by 3.5. Pays $11.60 to win a maiden. Bodie Express at 71-1 finishes second. And number 9, Code of Honor, a late run for third. Dick, Maximum Security unbeaten. And as you mentioned, his first start, he could have been claimed for $16,000.
You know, on the 20th of December, he won by almost 10, then he won by 6, then he came back to win by 18. This race was over on the first turn. When you saw the fractions, it was just so slow. Horse came back, ran another 101 buyer, ran 102 before that. Gary and Mary West own this horse. They also own Game Winner, the 2-year-old champion, so they'll have 2 in the Derby with totally different styles, so they'll have a big chance to win their first Derby. And look, tactically, they just made a huge mistake with the favorite in here, Hidden Scroll. They changed riders because they were upset with Joe Rosario that he got involved in a duel with a 150-to-1 shot. That's fine. You get Castellano, but they gave you the rail. You have the most speed, so what do? You tuck back in behind slow fractions and hope he's going to close. It wasn't going to happen. It was never going to happen. Should have put Hidden Scroll in the front. I think he would have done exactly what Maximum Security did. We'll never know that for sure, but just not a good idea. Look, I love Bill Mott. He's one of the great trainers in the history of the sport. But like the Bafferts and the Chad Browns, they're not only great trainers, they're great strategists. Yep. That's not what Billy's strong point is. He's more of just a horse trainer getting them ready to run. But man, they made a huge mistake with this horse in here. And all of a sudden, Jason Service, who is winning at almost 50% at the championship meet at Gulfstream, is live for the Kentucky Derby 15 years after his brother John won with Smarty Jones.
And there's a lot of people wishing they'd spent $16,000 on Maximum Security.
Amazing.
Dick, just this past week, the big awards banquet.
Yes, sir.
And you were there.
I was. And you were there.
Yes,
and Bruce was there.
You were part of a record crowd.
I was. Connie told me just shorter than a little less than 400 people. Connie Yeomans told me the biggest ever. We kind of knew that from where the tables were. Yep. You were asking, can people hear you?
Yes.
Because they were so far back in celebrations. But you know what? It was the greatest year in the history of the racetrack in 2018. Why wouldn't it be the biggest crowd we've ever had?
2-year-old champion was Maximus Mischief.
I would hope so.
Yes. 2-year-old filly champion was Tara's Talent.
Yeah, we saw a lot of Butch Reed and Eddie Coletti up there. 5 times they came up between the 5 different winners.
Speaking of those two, the 3-year-old colt was Navy Commander, which is a Butch Reed horse, and Dixie Serenade, the 3-year-old filly there was again Eddie Coletti. So after the first 4 awards, it was Butch 2, Eddie 2.
Yeah, and Eddie came back one more time.
Oh, I was going to hold that for later.
I already said.
You've got it. Well, let's get to our first break. We go back here on Let's Go Racing. Some local stuff to take a look at. Mark Reed has a colt we want to talk about out on his farm. We'll be right back with that after this.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
What does Chapman's 7 locations and 10 car brands mean to you? It means a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models, many one-owner low mileage certified with miles of factory warranty remaining. Safety checked, meticulously detailed, and each come with a free Carfax report so you can buy with complete confidence at any Chapman Auto store near you. Or shop online anytime at ChapmanPreowned.com.
If our emblem is not on your car or truck, you probably did pay too much.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. Pewter Stable is working hard, looking for the very best runners at all the top sales, and we do claiming partnerships as well. No markup, no management fees, makes our partnerships unique and affordable. Training services also provided for individual owners. Give us a call and see what Pewter Stable is all about. The thrill and fun of thoroughbred racehorse ownership is easier than you think. We are Pewter Stable.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing, and we start with our feature segment by heading out to Walnut Green and trainer Mark Reed. And Dick, the states like to battle for who has the best breeding program, and certainly Pennsylvania is up there. And Mark Reed is really front and center right now.
Yeah, there's no question. The first American Pharaoh foal born in Pennsylvania was born at Mark's farm, owned by Dan Ryan. They'll have to decide what they want to do with this horse. Sell maybe as a weanling later this year, maybe next year as a yearling. But it's really exciting if you have a colt by Triple Crown winner, American Pharaoh in PA.
Well, let's get more from Mark.
Well, we're very excited about him. We were fortunate enough to have a very nice mare, it is now mare, named High Quail, and they accepted her to breed to them, and we were lucky enough to get her pregnant and have a lovely foal to start with. Hopefully, if he pans out, we've had a couple of good ones like Plum Pretty, who won the Kentucky Oaks. I think it helps Pennsylvania breeding, but what they've done here in Pennsylvania, I actually think deserves these kind of horses. There's no reason that you can't raise a good horse here. Many good ones have come from here, and it's always been my opinion that you should breed the best of the best and hope for the best.
Mark is obviously excited about this, but we're not the only people that have taken notice.
No, a lot of TV stations were out there to talk with Mark. Look, American Pharaoh is one of the biggest names of the 21st century in horse racing, so when you get the first American Pharaoh here. Interestingly, American Pharaoh will have his first runners here coming up soon.
Right.
He's got 2-year-olds, but we'll have to wait a while for this horse to be running.
Well, it's great for Pennsylvania breeding. We wish Mark the best. And Dick, also of local interest coming up, I had a chance to catch up with Amanda Kate Lindsay, who's the benefits manager for the PTHA. And they have a special event coming up this month.
Yeah, they do. It's all about health care, and nobody has a better benefits package than the PTHA.
Well, let's get more from Amanda Kate. The PTHA in the backstretch has so many people in so many different positions that work so hard 365 days a year. And you guys do a terrific job of making sure that you take care of each other back there. Coming up, you guys have a special health fair. Tell us about it.
Thank you. Yes, April 12th, Friday, we will be hosting at the Rec Hall for licensed members of Parks Racetrack a health fair. It starts at 10 a.m., ends at 2 p.m., and we are going to be giving free screenings for many different things as far as vision, dental, hearing, blood pressure. We're going to have professionals from all over the health field and industry helping us to keep our backstretch healthy.
Anybody that comes in for a screening will get a raffle ticket, a free raffle ticket, and have a chance to win this great bicycle.
Yes, we have this bicycle along with other gift certificates available for the raffle, and it's all complimentary.
And when you go to the backstretch, this is a great means of transportation back there. But again, Amanda Kate, the health fair is Friday, April 12th from 10 until 2 o'clock. Do they need to make an appointment or they can just walk in?
Walk-ins welcome.
Well, thank you for joining us, and best of luck with what is a great program and for everybody back in the PTHA.
Thank you so much.
And we thank Amanda Kate for joining us, and Dr. Risen will be front and center as he takes care of that healthcare clinic, again coming up on April 12th. Dick, let's get to more racing coverage. It's brought to you by Chapman Auto Group. Unless our emblem is on the back of your car or truck, you probably paid too much. Our one trip of the year out to Dubai. Dick, it's the Dubai World Cup, $12 million. And coming into 2019, no horse had ever won this race more than once.
Yeah, and Thunder Snow's not only trying to win it more than once, but trying to win it in back-to-back years here.
And Dick, some of the Americans that went over were Gunnevera, Audible, Seeking the Soul, Pavel was there, and also Yoshida. Can they run with Thunder Snow?
Well, they can, but will they is the question.
Well, let's go out to Dubai, take a look. $12 million. Here's the World Cup.
North America, the leader over Thunder Snow as they leave the straight. Capizano needs a little bit more room over on the fence. It's reefing and tearing against the rider. Up on the outside is Gronkowski as they go to the back from New Trail. Then came Audible. A length away in the field is Dolkong, just ahead of Dolkong. In actual fact was Axelrod. Audible's back on the fence. Then came Pavel, Yoshida, Seeking the Soul, and Gunnevera sees them all. Down the back, 28.68 was the first 400 metres. North America is the front runner. Moving up on the outside to tackle it now is Gronkowski. Thunder Snow is between horses as they're about to turn off the back. Capizano down on the rails ahead of New Trails. 2 lengths away in the field, then to Axelrod feeling the pinch. Pavel takes off. Yoshida was next of all. Then Audible Seeking the Soul. About to make a long run from the back with Gunnevera, and Dolkong's back at the rear. Top of the straight, and Gronkowski is pouring on the pressure to North America, still travelling okay. Thunder Snow is sweating on them. 3 lengths away then to Pavel around the outside of that. Next of all then New Trails. They were followed by Capizano, but Gronkowski went to the lead. Thunder Snow out in the middle. North America down on the fence. Pavel from a long way back. Gronkowski the front runner, 250 metres to go. Thunder Snow on the outside, levelling up. Down the outside, Gunnevera and Pavel. Thunder Snow going after Gronkowski. Thunder Snow reaches the front. Gronkowski fights hard. Thunder Snow, Gronkowski. Thunder Snow on the outside. Nose in front is double Thunder.
Terrific finish in the Dubai World Cup. On the inside is Gronkowski. Dick, I thought Gronkowski retired. That's the tight end. Oh, but look at Gronkowski here battling with Thunder Snow.
He only shows up in the Belmont Stakes and the Dubai World Cup.
Dick, Thunder Snow gets the nod and sets history.
Yeah, 2 in a row, and like people remember him mostly for that Derby fiasco. Remember he came out of the gate, started jumping up and down, but obviously he's a sensational horse. And one of our Parks horses just happened to run by the 2-time Dubai World Cup winner in the Jockey Club Gold Cup last year. Discreet Lover. Not only did Uriah St. Louis and his team win the Grade 1, they beat the 2-time Dubai World Cup winner in the process.
You can't make it up.
It's great stuff.
Well, Dick, let's segue that into another segment from the banquet. You talk about Discreet Lover. He was not eligible for the local awards, but Uriah St. Louis for Discreet Lover got a Special Achievement Award.
He did.
Jaywalk, who was also not eligible, came up and got a Special Award for Special Achievement. And Imperial Hint, Louis Carvajal and Ray Mamone, again, a multiple Grade 1 winner. They were not eligible, but they all got Special Achievement.
And the reason they weren't eligible, even though they were all obviously stabled here, is because you have to run here at least 4 times, or as a 2-year-old at least twice. That's why they weren't eligible, but they had to get awards, and
absolutely,
and they did. That was part of why the banquet was so cool last week.
Let's get back down to Gulfstream Park for the Grade 2 Gulfstream Park Mile, a straight one-turn mile for $300,000. Bet down to 1 to 5. Number 4, Prince Lucky, who was the 2017 PA Nursery winner, coming out of the biggest effort of his career.
Yeah, and 106 buyer in the House Hope, 1 by 6 with Johnny V. And this actually looks like an easier spot, even though that was a Grade 3 and this is a Grade 2. That's why he's 1 to 5.
Second choice here is number 1, Tale of Silence, who goes off at 5 to 1 for Barclay Tagg. He made 12 starts through his 3-year-old season, but Dick, only 4 starts since then.
Yeah, one most recently in the Westchester, but that's almost a year. That was last May, and it just hasn't run much. 1 race back, ran okay behind Prince Lucky.
Prince Lucky is 1 to 5.
Half a mile to go in the Gulfstream Park Mile. The opening half mile was picked up to 47 seconds flat as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Prince Lucky leads, but only narrowly. In the 2-path all golden, 4 wide Millionaire Runner, 3 wide and Guy Caballero looking for racing room as Tale of Silence, and at the back is Be Gone Daddy, and Johnny V just nursing the speed of Prince Lucky. Prince Lucky to the top of the stretch with the advantage. Tale of Silence into the clear to try to offer a challenge from second. Guy Caballero on the outside third, and they're at the top of the stretch. Prince Lucky now set down for the drive and 3/16 from home, 3 on top. Tale of Silence is there second. Guy Caballero is third, then Be Gone Daddy and Millionaire Runner. But inside the final 16th, it's 1-5, and let's call it what it is. Easy money on Prince Lucky.
Well, Prince Lucky has become a player.
Yes,
a Grade
indeed.
3 winner, now a Grade 2 winner. He does it in style, pays $2.40 to win. Those 2 graded races have both come at a mile. Can he go farther?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised to see him come back maybe in the Met Mile, something like that for Todd on Belmont Stakes Day. But boy, Daniel McConnell, who bred and owns this horse, has got a good one, and they're going to make some money with him this year. He's obviously with one of the great trainers in America, and Todd will figure out the right spot.
Well, Dick, let's go back to the banquet and talk about a couple of our more winners. The older male had a pretty good season. His name was Aztec Sense.
Yeah, pretty good season. Ran 4 times here, won them all. Ran 8 times everywhere, won them all. What a year for Aztec
8
Sense.
for 8, and our top older filly was a sprinter named Zipper's Hero, who was out of that Ed Coletti barn
Yeah,
again.
like we said, I saw Eddie early in the night. I said, my man, just want you to stay up here near where Keith is in the front, because you knew he was coming back a few times.
Dick, it's hard to win 1, it's hard to win 2, but how many win 7 races? Our winningest horse was Champagne Chuck.
Yeah, how about Champagne Chuck? I knew you like calling him anyway. I love the name Champagne
And our
Chuck.
claim of the year was Wonderfully Tuned. You spend a little, you make a lot. That was Wonderfully Tuned.
Yeah, no doubt. They're the best kind when you claim them for a little, as you said, and make a ton.
Mike Pino, Smart Angle, more winners coming up as we make our way through the show. Time to head to our next break. We'll be back with lots more. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
What does Chapman's 7 locations and 10 car brands mean to you? It means a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models, many one-owner, low-mileage certified with miles of factory warranty remaining. Safety checked, meticulously detailed, and each come with a free Carfax report so you can buy with complete confidence at any Chapman Auto store near you. Or shop online anytime at ChapmanPreowned.com.
If our emblem is not on your car or truck, you probably did pay too much.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Time to give out those weekly awards. Jockey and Trainer of the Week brought to you by the Turning for Home program. Log on to their website, turningforhome.org. Get involved with that tremendous organization today. Dick, Jockey of the Week, Ruben Silvera. Ruben had a triple here over the weekend, so he gets the honors of Jockey of the Week and had to come right back as he just continues to win. How about Scott Lake, again, our Trainer of the Week?
Yeah, again, Scott is having a great first 3 months of 2019.
Dick, let's get to more awards. Our People Awards, and our Jockey of the Year for the 5th consecutive time, a first ever, Frankie Pennington.
Yeah, why not? And is anybody going to be surprised if it's 6 in a row this year?
Unbelievable how he has just dominated over the last half-decade. Trainer of the Year, first time ever for John Service.
Yeah, John was just hot from the start and never cooled off.
Apprentice Jockey of the Year, Jan Hernandez. He started out winning, and he is still winning.
Yeah, he's a very good rider.
He's a good young rider. And Dick, our B Trader, the guy with the percentage. How about Roger Brown?
Yeah, I wrote about Roger. It was one of the first stories I did for Let'sGoRacingParks.com. A great human interest story. He's made a great comeback from cancer, and boy, he had a phenomenal year.
We didn't just have an owner of the year, we had owners of the year. They tied Jagger Incorporated Top Notch Racing.
Yeah, and these are look, that's the lifeblood of the game. Without the owners, there's no game, and they support it.
And Michael Cox was our B owner of the year. How about 15 horses? All he did was win with 7 of them.
Yeah, come on, Michael, bring out some more horses if you can do that well.
Almost 50%. That's getting it done. And we congratulate all of the winners from our 2018 banquet. And Dick, let's take a look at race recap.
All right.
We want to go back to Dubai, the Golden Shaheen. Yep. We have some Americans involved here, Imperial Hint, XY Jet, and boy, XY Jet is so fast.
Yeah, he's just super fast, and like when he gets on the lead, he's very tough to beat. He's been second in this race a couple of times. This time he's going to go all the way. Imperial Hint, I don't think he likes the inside. He's such a little horse. Right. I thought he was running great at the finish here. Finished just missed second. I think he's probably back now. Look for him to have a big summer and fall.
Roy H. was going to go, but he had to scratch out. So,
unfortunately.
Yep, but XY Jeff, the Golden Shaheen winner. Dick, Ion Racing, it is a huge weekend, and again, the 3-year-old division was more clouded again after the Florida Derby, but maybe Mr. Baffert can put things in order.
So game winner in the Santa Anita Derby, the Bluegrass, we got Lucky Lee locally is running, the Ashland, we've already talked about that with Jaywalk. But yeah, I mean, can somebody like just go and run? Right now, if you said, give me a horse today, it would be game winner. But let's see how he does tonight.
So, and of course, all of the great action available through simulcast right here over the weekend at Parks. Time to head to our final break. We're going to wrap it up with news and notes. Who was the horse of the year? Still one more to unveil. We'll be back with that after this.
Amazing achievements for Pennsylvania breds on the world stage. Thanks to Finest City, Unique Bella, and Shamrock Rose, PA joins Kentucky as the only state in the past decade to breed Eclipse Award champions 3 straight years. Add that to our unmatched incentives. Plus, our Racehorse Development Fund can only be used to support PA breeding and racing. Why breed anywhere else? This is Brian Sanfratello. Go to pabred.com and see why Pennsylvania is the premier place to breed and race.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
The hard-working folks
who proudly earn our living
in Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs. And billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit EquistarTrainingAndBreeding.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing News and Notes. The final segment brought to you by the great folks at Peter's Stable. Log on to their website at peterstable.com. Become an owner today. There's Mr. Keeneland, Bruce Casella, Dick Girardi, Keith Jones, and Dick, our 2018 Pennsylvania Horse of the Year. We'll get to that in just a minute. I do want to remind the folks live racing on Sunday. We're back. Tomorrow. We start with about almost 3 months of live racing on Sunday. So now Sunday through Tuesday at 12:55.
Saturday through Tuesday.
I'm sorry.
I knew what you meant.
Yes, Saturday through Tuesday. Thank you.
That's
Dick,
okay.
Horse of the Year. Hard to be better than perfect.
Yeah, I mean, Aztec Sense was great wherever he went, but he especially loved racing here at Parks, loved the surface. 4 for 4, including 3 stakes, and an upset win on PA Derby Day when he beat the man who nobody can beat. He beat Baffert and Collected.
Dick, and when he won by daylight.
Yeah, he was really impressive. And owner Joe Bessaker, who's a big supporter of the program at Pennsylvania Racing, couldn't make the awards dinner because his son, his senior in high school, was playing in a high school all-star game. Jeff Matty, another St. Joe's grad, just like Joe, was able to accept the award on Joe's behalf.
Well, here's more with Jeff.
Jeff, what was it like when you heard his name called Horse of the Year?
It was great. Honestly, this whole season has been great. He won 8 races for us. He started off 2019 with a win in the Grade 3 Fred Hooper down at Gulfstream. First things first is he came up with a little injury after the race. Surgery was successful, so he's at the top of our list for thoughts and prayers for there. So it's been a dream. It's 8 races in 2018. We kicked off 2019 with a win, and hopefully we can get him back before the end of the year and maybe notch 1 or 2 more victories this year. That'd be great.
And our congratulations to those guys on the 2018 Pennsylvania Horse of the Year. Come out, enjoy the racing, enjoy the simulcast here at 12:55 post time. We'll see you next week on Let's Go Racing.